You see them? Should we let them go a few more days?
Yeah, you should.
Hey guys, Katie here from Mitza Creek Farm, and today has been just a dreary, drizzly day, which is a good thing because every time we've gotten rain lately, it has been pretty bad thunderstorms. So I am grateful that we are just getting a nice rain, and I'm working down here in the high tunnel. As you can see behind me, getting things cleaned up and organized. My mom came over and helped get that done, and I am pruning in here because it is overgrown. It's been quite a while since I've been able to get things pruned well in here. I actually started with the zucchini because I just watched a video. I'll link it here. I just watched a video on pruning zucchini, so I thought, okay, I'm just gonna come down and do that. And then I worked down to the cucumbers again and started doing that. I pruned those just a few days ago, but I pruned them even more today. And just trying to get ahead here so that they don't get too overgrown. So originally my plan was to try to trellis the zucchini going up here, but that's not working. I saw somebody do it on YouTube and it looked absolutely gorgeous. I'm sure that it'll work great for cucumbers, but this is my first time growing zucchini, so I don't have a clue. I'm just winging it here. We have already harvested probably a dozen zucchini off of these guys, and I'd like to keep this going until this fall. And as you can see, there we go, right there. There's quite a few big ones. They're almost harvestable in there, so I'm gonna let them go another day or so and pick those. And I have lots of little sprouts, and they should, lots of little blossoms, female flowers, I don't know what you call them. But it should, because I pruned these well, it should produce a whole bunch more. These are probably about 3.5, maybe 4 feet high. And I did find a few cucumber beetles in there too, but you can see we've got lots of zucchini. They're all pretty decent size. This guy I could probably pick today, but I know that I have at least 4 in the house already. So we'll let him go and maybe make some zucchini bread or something out of that. And then over here, I thinned out these cucumbers. It looked like we were starting to get some sort of fungus with these guys. I'm not quite sure. Could have been because I sprayed them yesterday in the evening and then the sun came out. And so I sprayed them for cucumber beetles because I found a few on here. So with the sun coming out and me having sprayed them, it might have burned them a little bit. But I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna, there were cucumber beetles on them again today when I came out. Not a lot, just maybe 6. But you could tell that they were starting to eat the leaves. So I wanna get that taken care of before it gets any worse. So I pruned those really well and sprayed them, since obviously there's no sun out. And they look so much better. So now I'm moving on to the brandywine tomatoes, and I'm pruning those. The size of these brandywines, I mean, they're like as big as my hand. They are massive. And look at them all over here. So hopefully that means they're starting to turn. But where it's white, I'm kind of worried that they got some sunburn. I'm not quite sure. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like when they start to ripen. I'm just going to leave them on there and let them keep going. Yeah, we definitely need a good pruning in here. I started, you can see where I pruned, and I'm just working my way up. But I neglected the last probably week or so from pruning hard because of the sunburn from the water from the storms last week. So I am just in here trying to start cleaning things up, get like this weeded here, just work really hard in here. And I kind of decided, I got through here, I need to pull out these weeds. But I'm just starting here along the edge. And I'm just gonna start pruning this crazy jungle here. You know, it's so thick in there, and we had forgotten the sprinkler on one day we had storms, and so it was storming, and so I was like, oh perfect, we'll turn on the sprinkler, get everything watered at once so that I don't need to come down and move the hose and everything. And I went to go bring Sydney to work, and coming home the sun came out and I was like, oh no. So we rushed home, turned the sprinkler off. I ran, put the sides down because it had been storming pretty bad. So we got the ventilation open and everything on it. I went in the house and it was like over 120 in here. So yeah, we are dealing with some sunburn. It's just, we're finally kind of outgrowing it now. So, but we had sunburn on some tomatoes, and we had sunburn on some leaves. And so I am just going through, and now that these guys are, I don't know if you can see that here. There we go. So now that these guys are getting so much bigger and everything, I'm getting those pruned off. I didn't want to prune them off when they were towards the top because I wanted to leave as much as possible for them to have sunlight. But as the plants grew, I'd go and I'd snip off the end and stuff. I'm not sure if that's how you're supposed to do it or not, but that's what I was doing. So now we're finally kind of getting past that growth there, and so I'm able to go and clip off all of those. And so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to, you can see on some of these here, they have some sunburn, and so I figured I'm just gonna go in this mess. It's a determinate variety, so you're not really supposed to prune it, but this can't be, there's no airflow through there. So it's probably not very healthy for the plant. So I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna start pruning so that there's some good airflow through here. And if it stunts the production, that's okay. We got plenty of tomatoes everywhere else. So I'm in here and look what I just found. Those are our first ripe tomatoes. Finally. This has felt like the longest garden harvest ever because we have so many tomatoes. I mean, do you see them all in here? We have tomatoes everywhere. It's so hard having this many tomatoes and none of them being ripe. So it is very exciting. We got our first ripe tomatoes. So I'm just gonna keep pruning and see what I'm kind of dealing with and see if maybe I can pick some. So that's a little better looking. I'm gonna try to scoot in here a little bit where it just has kind of gone. I guess it was crazy in there and it just took a few minutes of pruning to get that open. So we're just gonna try to keep going. So see these guys here? I'm sure that is, there's a few up there too. I'm sure that is because there's no airflow in here. That is absolutely so thick. There's no airflow. So I'm just trying to get a lot of these ones at the bottom off so that there's airflow, and then try to get it weeded a little bit. But this is so thick I can't even like crawl in here. I have to lay on my side and shimmy in. So I'm trying to weed at the same time so that I don't need to crawl in here again until I'm ready to harvest. There's a few resident snakes in this high tunnel, and I hate snakes with a passion. They're my biggest fear. And I'm trying to do really good with them. Trying to let them live in here and give them their space, and as long as they don't come in mine, But I was just sitting here thinking I probably would have a heart attack if one of those snakes just decided to crawl right through here. I've not seen them this year over in this area. I saw them here last year in this area, but they like to hang out in the compost pile over by the beans, and so hopefully they stay there while I'm here on the ground. Oop, got a few more that are blushing in here. Let me show you these guys. That one's looking good. Look at those guys. I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna let those go a day or two more, just so that they have a chance to ripen more on the vine, because they'll taste so much better. But then the kids can come down and help me pick them. They'll be excited about that. Right, now I gotta shimmy out of here, crawl under bunches of tomatoes without pulling any off the vine. Okay, so that's looking a lot better. I just got an alert that severe weather is headed our way. The nice drizzly day ended up turning into, looks like some thunderstorms coming. So I am going to roll up the sides, get this battened down for the storm in case there's high winds, and then head up to the house because I do not want to be stuck here in a severe storm. And come back and I'll finish this tomorrow. Yeah, just from today.
Even more crazy.
I'm gonna need you to come down and weed whip for me tomorrow down here.
Okay.
Think you can do that?
Yep. Just tell me where and I'll
It's a big old pile, huh?
just from today.
Just from today, yep. Okay, let's put the wagon back in. Perfect, thank you. Back.
Yeah.
Guess what? We have some tomatoes that are ripening.
Where?
Let me show you. You see them? Should we let them
they're
go a
turning
few more
orange.
days?
Yeah. You should.
Should we let that red one go a few more days? Or does it look ripe?
Nope. Until it's nice and perfect.
Till it's nice and perfect, huh? I don't know if I can see it in here. Oh, it's still got a little bit of green up there. Yeah, let's let it go another day or two.
That'll be good when it's done.
Yes, it will.
That's exciting.
Okay, what do you want to say?
I said you can finish it off.
I can
with
finish
me
it?
here.
Okay. All right, that's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will see you next time. And we have to run back before the storm hits.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay. See ya. So this is Beck's flower bed. And he got a iPod for his birthday. So he loves coming down, taking pictures.
This one right here.
That one's your favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big. They were giant zinnias, right?
They smell good too.
Yeah, they do. I thought giant would be like tall, not like giant like the size of an orange. Bigger than a baseball, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
I think it would be the size of softball.
All right.
I thought they were gonna be like this size.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. You're a good zinnia grower.
Not this big. That's big.
Yeah. We really should go in the house.
Doesn't look good.